Ooh, I drooled. Hi, peoples. Hey, how is y'all? Hi, Wendy. Okay, not a problem, Willow. I know you are. You're doing good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hi, Trouble.
Hi.
What have you been up to?
Just been up phone to my sister.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Twat.
Hi, cunt. How are you?
Not bad, dude.
No, you're lucky I have such a good sense of humor. Just
How?
saying.
Cock knocker.
Dick liquor.
Mm.
Didn't get that round mouth by eating square meals. We all know it. So how are you today? Hi, Wendy.
Blood. How's
Hi,
you?
Cody.
I'm all right. Super Mom was here today,
All right.
cleaning the walls with a Swiffer.
Right.
And she brought my groceries, so I get to eat real food today. Yay!
Cool.
And she brought me cake. Cake. Yeah, I guess she made a cake for everybody at her house. And it was made with like apples and cinnamon, almost like a like a apple cinnamon cake, I guess,
Yeah.
with cream cheese frosting. And nobody in the house would eat it. And she's like, I can't eat the whole cake, so I brought you guys half. We were like, yay, cake. It was good too.
I like cake.
I like cake. It's been a long time since I didn't even know what to do. I was like, I took a bite and I was like, oh my god, sweetness. Because I mean, it's one thing to get Oreos, which was awesome, but cake is on a whole different plane. You know what I mean? So. So yeah, the living room is looking really good, and I think my son has decided to move into that room because it will give him and the dogs more room, which I can understand. So I will be in the small room next to me for my workspace when he moves out.
So what's happening with his friend then?
Well, he's not really sure. Apparently, he was able to go back to where he was, either that or he found an alternative. He hasn't really talked to him too much. His friend said he had been out of cell phone range.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no such thing. So I was like, well, maybe he actually got arrested. Do you know what I mean? And he couldn't, nobody could contact him because my son, he just stopped communicating after dropping a bombshell like, hey, I'm going to be homeless, and the cops got called to me. I don't know. But whatever happened, he's working through some stuff. And when he gets everything situated, he knows that he can come here if he has to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but for now, my son will be taking over the living room, and when my dog has to go out, then Miha will just go in my workroom.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Diego, kitty. So that's fine. So are you, but I got goodies today. Yes! What he said. I got so many goodies today. Goodies, goodies, goodies.
So where'd you get him up?
I got a big box of sunshine today. Made me small.
Oh, that'll never happen.
You know, like that. Small.
Oh, you mean the screen smaller? I can do that, but I can never make you small.
No, I got my package from Willow today.
Cool.
And she even put this cute little card in it. It was so sweet. I'm keeping the card too. It's a little bunny.
All right.
Can you see it?
Yep.
It's a little bunny and a flower. It's so cute.
Uh-huh.
And
So
it's done in like a watercolors. I love stuff in watercolor. What?
Where's your neck go?
It's not me.
Hang on. Echo. 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 Ah!
It's not me, I'm telling you.
Ah!
I'm muted.
Hang on.
My chat with my YouTube was muted.
Hi, Squashy. So how are you, Wendy? Feeling better?
Okay. Yeah, really good.
How's Toad Man?
He's okay.
He's okay?
He's okay.
He's still breathing?
Yeah.
Good to know he survived this long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I won't see my mom for 2 weeks now.
You
She has to
sound a
take
lot
her.
better.
Huh?
You sound a lot better.
Yeah,
What time?
Alka-Seltzer.
From Fizz.
Sinus cold and cough. Thanks to a YouTube angel. And it's working. So my cough is not as bad and my throat doesn't hurt as much.
Right,
So
So just Willow know you got a package.
yes, I emailed her. Well, I don't know if she saw the email, but I emailed her and let her know. I had told her that when I emailed her, I said that I hadn't opened it yet because I hadn't, but that I wanted her to know that it arrived all in one piece. I typed a little too soon because when I was taking the plastic, because she wraps it in the black plastic to do pirate ship, I noticed that the plastic was ripped a little, and I'm like, and there's like a hole basically in the box, like it had bumped into another box or something, and it crushed it. But the only thing that happened was one of the bags that she had in there had a bunch of the tubes in it that had beads in it. And it popped open one of those, but it was still inside a Ziploc, so they didn't go everywhere, so it was fine. But yeah, nothing got damaged, which is good. Yeah, I saw that hole and I was like, motherfucker, be careful with my shit, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she did email me back.
She's busy modding for somebody.
Yeah, oh no, I know she is right now. Huh.
Anybody
Well,
like M&Ms?
I like M&Ms.
I'm looking at an auction on HiBid. Nothing but M&M memorabilia.
I don't like M&Ms that much.
Oh, I'm only on the third page of memorabilia. Oh God, they even have an M&M's camera.
See, this is. Can you see it?
Actually,
Yeah.
That's the hole in the box.
Cool.
Yeah. So I saw it and I was like, oh shit, because I didn't know if, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Issa cannot spell Cheyenne. I just don't know why that surprises me. I messaged Issa to let her know that probably still not a good idea to bring Talon over tomorrow because I'm still coughing. And I don't want him getting sick. Because if he gets sick, he has to stay home, and then his mother screams at him all day. So, or he goes to daycare and gets all of them sick because she won't care. So, she messaged me back and said, yeah, but we can do a Facebook call. She's not on my Facebook. She's on my other Facebook that I can't access. I have her blocked on this one. It's the one I use all the time. So, we can do like a Google Hangout or something. I can talk to Talon on that. She said he's going to see his girlfriend Cheyenne from preschool. She's adorable. My daily.
Is that your friends?
Diego.
How you go, Wendy? How you go, Wendy?
Easy with the kitty. Don't shake him like that. That's mean.
Hi, cutie patootie.
Hi, Wendy.
Not you. I want about Diego. You're a cute bear, though. Shut up, Lenny.
I ain't said a word. What?
I'm not staying on long because I'm going to bed. I'm being a good girl. I'm going to bed early. But I just wanted to come and show my love.
Well, I hope you're doing good.
Yeah. Please. Life's life.
I'm hurting like a son of a bitch, but that'd be all right.
Life's life. I'm all right.
I had a molar pulled yesterday.
Ouch.
Get out of the box. It's not yours. Can't have it.
Oh yeah, it's kicking my butt. What's sad is I had two wisdoms done on the same side in 09. Didn't bother me none. Had a wisdom tooth back in 13 pulled on this side. Didn't bother me none. This motherfucker. Oh, where's my tail?
I was sitting in the wheelchair for 4 hours this morning. I have bruises on the sides of my thighs from the metal part. I'm like, yeah, I can't sit in it like that for that long anymore. That hurts. But no choice with my mama here. I'm not gonna. And I told her, I was like, you don't have to just come and clean. You can visit, because it's like she's done cleaning and she's like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving now. And I'm like, wait, you can stay and talk to me. Don't just have to come and clean and run away. And she's like, oh, well, I have to go see what condition my house is in. I'm like, you're there all week. Condition is not going to change when you're gone for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how she is. Superwoman. I'm telling you, she's not human.
I'm only human.
That's not your box either. You see that black lump right there? Look. That's not her box either.
Oh.
So I got lots of goodies. I got a ton of cabochons. I'm like, oh my God. And I can even identify almost all of them. Ton. That whole bag that I showed you, almost all of this is cabochons. Almost all of it. I'm like, holy
What's
hell.
cabochon? Hey, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Hey, guys.
Epic job, Willow. Epic job.
Yeah, I'll show you on this bright pink one because it's easy to see.
All right.
Cabochons are when they're rounded on the top and flat on the bottom.
Okay.
That's cabochon.
Anybody got any cars?
What? No. I got my goodies, Willow.
Good. I'm glad you did, dear.
And I emailed you to let you know that I got it all safe and sound. But I typed too soon because when I was taking the black plastic off it, I found a hole in the box. I'm like, nothing inside better be broken. I was pissed. I'm like, what the hell? And but the bag that had all the tubes in it was in that spot, and the only thing that happened is one of the tubes popped open and all the beads were in the bag, but they were still all in the bag, so it's fine.
That's why I bagged them.
I know. I was like, Willow's smart.
Just in case.
I love the little card. It was so pretty.
I you know.
Glad
you.
you're happy, girl.
Yeah.
Gotta love goodies.
You know. And those little figures, the little tiny figures that were in the cabochon bag, they look like little bears. I was like, oh, little bears.
That's why I put
And
them in there.
I started lining them up on my computer.
They're a little primitive kind of bears, but they're bears.
Yeah.
I thought, you could always Dremel them, change them up, whatever. Some of them have a little rough, but I figured you could etch in them or whatever,
I lined them up on my computer with my duck.
Well, I'm glad you're happy, girl.
I am, thank you.
I tried to send stuff that I thought you would enjoy and a few whimsical little things to throw in just to give you a good chuckle, like that duck.
I'm like, a duck. I'm like, okay, duck is good. Well, see, John's thing was rubber duckies because of his dad having his mother handed his dad a rubber duck, like your typical yellow rubber ducky when he was going on one of his Westpacks out to sea for 9 months, and she did it in front of the entire crew. So everybody teased him about the duck until he started grounding everyone and nobody could fly because you don't mess with your mechanic. And so the head chief in charge there, he commissioned the duck, and everybody then had to salute the duck. I forget which ship it was on, but the duck was actually encased in plexiglass in case the ship went down. The rubber ducky that floats would be okay.
That's hilarious.
It was put in the captain's quarters, and everybody had to salute the duck when they went in.
Well, when I was digging through, I found that little duck, and I was like, I don't know if she'd want that or not, but something told me to put it in the box, so I did. Now I know why. Does it connects a memory? It
does. So John collected rubber ducks, and he got his son Talon into doing it. So every time we saw a rubber duck, Talon goes nuts.
Well, that one ain't rubber, and it probably won't float, but it's still adorable.
Yeah, it is. And I'm keeping it fine. The other thing that was in here.
Well, I figured if nothing else, you like little figures. You've got your little collection of little figures that you spoke of, and I thought, it could be go on the shelf when you get it set up. Better you had a closed door little shadow box cabinet or something.
Yeah. Too bad I don't still have my curio cabinet. This focal bead is no longer going to be a focal bead. It's going to be a little stand. That's what the duck is going on.
So the duck's going to get an upgrade.
That's right. And there was the other thing. It was something that's kind of too awkward to make into jewelry. This thing.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff, but I thought she'll play with it. She'll come up with something.
The little hexagonal or sextagonal or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like red jasper.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like red jasper.
It is.
And I'm keeping that because I like it.
Some of the pieces were oddball, kind of off the wall, but fun.
Yeah.
And I just thought she'll get a kick out of them.
Yeah. It feels good. It's actually very soothing. When I picked it up, I was like, ooh. You know what I mean? Because what I was doing is I had the little Ziploc right in front of me, and I was just pulling out handfuls and kind of putting it in the other hand and going through everything, putting it all on my table. And as soon as I picked up the handful, I'm like, there's something in that hand. And when I pulled it out, I was like, I like that. I like to play with that.
Yeah, I do the same thing with rocks.
So those two are staying in my collection. What?
I do the same thing with coins.
Oh, yeah.
It's all sorted. Tiger, thank you.
Well, I figured if there was anything in there you couldn't use, you could just pass it on to somebody who can or morph it into something different. Whatever.
These are interesting. Like I was showing the bright pink.
Mm-hmm.
This is like dolomite, or mountain jade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's marble. It's granite.
Mm-hmm. It's still
I
beautiful.
have some of this. I bought some of this because they can dye it in such really bright colors,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still a
Like
natural
one of the-
stone. You know,
Yep.
and there were like 3 different colors in there of the mountain jade. I love how they call it mountain jade. You know, but I like them
Mountain
because
Dew.
they come in pretty colors. Hey, Punisher. So, because I have some purple ones like that. That's how come I recognized it. Otherwise, I would have been like, what the hell stone is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're not a big pink person, but I knew that you would probably like those because of what they are. Come to find
Yeah.
out, you're collecting them, so it works.
I might not be a big pink person. Other people are pink people.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I'm making something,
Yeah, some of the colors I put in there for the purpose of resale. But I knew they weren't your color palette, but I knew that they would be somebody's.
well, for something like a simple ring, right, that just has the bezel and a shank with a big stone like that, if I have stones that are approximately the same size as that in different colors, I can offer an option.
Yeah.
You know, where I can put a pink stone or a purple stone, a green stone, you know, things like that. And people like that choice ability too.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome, Peter. I'm glad you like it. I didn't know what the hell to do with it. It was going to go in a donate bag otherwise, so yeah.
my
You
mother
can
was
use it.
so
All
funny.
power to you.
There
He
is
got
a
his Punisher
Punisher.
symbol belt buckle thing that I showed that one day.
There's a Punisher thing out in our living room, right? I'm not sure what it's from. If it was supposed to be a kite originally, it's just like this big square thing, and it's tacked up to the back of a cabinet in the living room. And my son is keeping it. Don't ask Punisher; he's keeping it. John was big into Punisher, so now my son is keeping all his Punisher things. But my mom was like, "What is that?" Because of course it's a skull. So my mother is all horrified, right? I was like, "Oh, that's Punisher." And my mother is hard of hearing. She's like, "Furniture," and I just died laughing. I was like, "Mom, I love you. It's a comic thing. Don't worry about
Did you
it."
the Glow in the Dark Punisher T-shirt I've got? It's quite nice.
So it was so funny though. Furniture.
Well, you seen me that day that I held up that buckle and Fluffy bannered one of his little comments, and I was like, wait, put that back up. And I held it up, and I was like, oh, shit, you know. And then he
Yeah.
was like, can I have that, please? And I'm like, yeah, you pay shipping? Coming your way.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah,
like your stuff, hon.
I do. I got distracted with all the cabochons, and I did look at the stone beads too. I haven't gotten anything else. Well, I opened
There's
all
a
the
pretty
boxes.
good bag of cabs in there.
I know.
You
I'm
know.
like, holy hell! You could kill somebody with this bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one other thing.
I
Did
went through
everybody
my
get that
tray,
email?
and I was like, oh, I got 2. One goes in the bag. You know, thunk, 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 thunk. I just kept slinging, and I was like, oh, I got room. It can breathe now in there. Because, I mean, that tray, I was like jamming it down, kind of like sitting on a suitcase kind of thing, trying to shut that thing. And I thought, nah, she needs cabs. I need breathing room.
There's a ton of little squared off red cabochons. They're tiny,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't
They're
figure
almost
out
like
if
little tiles.
yeah, I can't figure out if they're red tiger's eye or red jasper or obsidian or like mahogany.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I
but
can't
they
remember
look-
now. I'd have to get my tray and see if I got any, or if that was one of them that I just was like, had it for 10 years, haven't done anything with it. Lean it her way. And there was that stuff too.
and little
I mean, that's
glass
a
chips.
13-pound box, so you can tell I was purging.
No,
Nice.
I
Did
like them.
everybody-
And they're all different sizes and different colors. And I was like, ooh,
Variety fun.
yeah,
Gives you a lot of options.
lots of different things
Inspiration.
to get creative with.
Inspiration.
Yep.
Right. Before I was interrupted about 20 times. Did everybody
Sorry.
get the email about the Stooges shirts?
No,
I haven't even checked my email because I got tied up. I came on in an impromptu auction with Cindy
Oh, yeah.
for Vicky,
Mhm.
and yeah, they were struggling.
sure.
They weren't ready. I mean, it was like 15-minute notice to Roberta. And I was like, can I come in the back and help? You know, I can do this while you do that. And they were like, oh, yeah, get your butt in here.
Yeah.
So I
By
got
the
a
way,
little side. Huh?
it was me that originally spotted the spelling mistake on that.
Oh, was it? I was just
Mm.
picking up what I could. It was kind of a scramble, but we got there.
Well,
And she
it was
did
all right.
correct that on the banner that she was running, her little doohickey.
I know.
So
Well, it was weird
we got there in
because
the end.
I gave it to Jamie, and Jamie's like, I'll write the email. So she's writing the email. And I was just sitting talking, and then he says, that email got returned. Yeah.
Well, there was a
Confused.
typo in the banner, and then I did a different typo when I sent you the information.
I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Mercury
Confused.
retrograde, that's what's going on. Like I said, that shit hits me. It's like hitting me in the face with a skillet for 2 weeks.
It was a good little auction, though.
Yeah. And me coming in and doing the typing
It did
and the
help.
calling freed them up because they weren't ready. So they were having to dig for stuff because they weren't just selling what Vicky had pre-sent to Cindy in case she needed cash. They were pulling from their own stuff and selling in her, for her. And they were trying to dig. They weren't ready. So with me doing that part, they could go dig on the tween, and it worked.
Why weren't they ready? I mean, why did they need to do the auction without getting ready?
Yeah,
why?
Okay, Vicky is traveling. She's moving from Tucson to Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
She's en route. She's currently in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, good God.
The hotels that say that they welcome pets, stuff like that, have been hitting her with fees.
Oh.
And the one she's staying at tonight, 1 pet per room. So she had to rent 2 rooms for her and her 2 cats.
That's stupid.
So she's burning through the cash faster than expected. She's in Chicago. She's not to PA yet. So she needed some fast cash, to keep her moving. She's driving a U-Haul with 2 cats. She's not a spring chicken. It's getting cold. She needs to get home.
And who is this?
Vicky Porter, which is a close friend to Sandy, Cindy, and that group, Gianna.
Happy to help.
I like Vicky.
I got nice
Vicky's
pieces
a sweetheart. Vicky, she was purging stones and stuff. The jewelry lots that I'm going through, I bought from Vicky and stuff. Helping her sell off stuff to get funds together for the trip. But yeah, she just needs some fast cash. She had sent some stuff, some jewelry ahead to Cindy in case that came up. But they were hitting her so hard that even what she sent wasn't enough. And that's why the girls were throwing in. I didn't have cash, but I could help them with the chat to move things along and be able to show more faster.
Well,
and
that set I got, lovely that. Quite nice, that set. It's going for Jamie for a Christmas box.
I figured it was. I had a feeling. I was like, that's a Jamie piece.
Because we've got Lenny's and stuff. We didn't know what to get for her. So
Roberta has some beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that's digging.
Lenny, you're going to get a package on Monday.
I wasn't doing nothing.
Hilarious. Yeah, the package I sent you, Peter, tracking last night said that it would be there Saturday. So same with one that I sent to Dauber, the guy I help on Saturdays with modding. I sent him a couple things, and I don't know if he got it today or if it'll show up tomorrow. He'll let me know one way or the other when he does a live tomorrow. So,
what was the email about the charts? What was that about? Is it just for the people that are buying shirts?
Was the email for the people buying shirts?
I don't know. Jimmy sent it out.
Oh. Hold that thought.
Yeah, I found it.
The only one we didn't send an email out to was Cody.
Right? I'm like, thanks.
No, because Cody's shirt is covered.
Oh.
Because what we're doing is because obviously we're sending the emails out to people that have ordered the shirts so they can purchase the shirts.
Oh, okay. So they're
And,
just letting people know that the shirts are on their way, and
Yeah.
okay, I got you.
Well, what we decided to do, because obviously your funds are null and void, I'm going to see if I can, put the money towards it or raise the pennies for it.
Thank you.
So, and we decided to do something nice for Willow in that sense as well, since Willow's been helping us a hell of a lot. So she'll notice something in the email.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, he ran into it. He fucking folded it through.
Well, the only reason I asked what the email was is in case it was something that I was supposed to be able to relay to people, you know, like Stooges information or whatever. So, no, we're good.
No, you don't have to do a number. No,
He's
because
basically emailing and letting people know how much it's going to cost and when they're going to be here for us to ship them from here to there.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, no punishment. They don't have to do an unboxing. However, what's going to happen is, as soon as Jimmy gets them, she's going to put them in the individual wrappers, individual envelopes, and just write the labels straight out and try and get them out as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So the point is doing an unboxing. We're going to have them in one room, then go to the other, then the other. So they might as well just do it all at once. Keep it a surprise, basically. As long as they know what T-shirts for who and what for what, they should be fine.
Thank you for the discount, but I did have it available. I added 5 to help cover Cody's.
Thank you.
Hello.
Did you put that in the return email?
I didn't return an email. I put it in a note on the PayPal payment that I just made. I just sent it. You're welcome.
Thank you, Willow.
Thank you, Willow.
You're welcome, honey. I paid for at least one boob portion anyway.
Get it right. You paid for the nipple coverage.
Yeah, something.
Fluffy, get your mind off my nipples. What is wrong with you?
Well, they're dragging on the floor and we can hear them from here.
They are not.
Have you picked them up, like?
How rude.
Oh my God.
Now, in that box, just to let everybody know, the box is being sent. It has the Stooges shirts that are ordered, not all the shirts, just the shirts that have been ordered, and the extra fluffy and ice squashy shirts. Also, the plaques are in there, and fluffy and squashy's key rings.
Nice.
So everything that was supposed to be shipped is on the way.
Yay.
And yesterday we drilled holes in the signs and put hangers on them so that you guys can hang them up if you want.
Awesome.
I just sent it on a reply to the email as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got it.
There's one for Jamie, one for Lenny, one for Fluffy, and one for Jerry. There's 4 signs.
Sweet. You're such a sweetheart.
Yeah, we technically only need 3, so what I'm thinking is why not auction one off?
We do that too?
You
Kitty
can
said
do whatever
one
you
for
like.
Tiger.
Because Lenny and Jamie are in the same house.
Yeah. I just kind of thought maybe Jamie might want to hang one up behind her while she's doing the Stooges auction or
You never
whatever.
know.
actually, Lenny doesn't have any place to hang it behind him unless he hangs it on his head.
Yeah,
Oh, you
right
mean
there.
like who is it? Who is it that's got the big clock hanging on their necklace?
John Cena.
We could get him a Mr. T chain and he could hang it around his neck.
Black rapper.
Flavor
Oh,
Flav.
yeah. Eminem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Be right back. Winnie
rush,
just
Tiger,
woke up.
No rush.
Okay.
There is literally no rush. Payment.
I'm coming, sweetheart. My goodness.
Yeah, whatever you want to do with the shirts, whatever you want to do with the plaques, the keychains, whatever you want to auction them, you want to keep them, that's completely up to you. We made them. You do
want
what
to
you
do more
need to do with
giveaways
them.
that I can win? More giveaways that Cody can win?
Now, do you
Like a fluffy cup.
now? Question:
Like the cup.
Do you want Kelly to finish the rest of the shirts, or do you want me to just hold off until you get more orders?
Finish him.
Finish them?
Yeah.
Okay. You got your order from Fluffy. Said finish them.
Finish
He
him.
gave you a thumbs
How's
up.
she feeling, Punisher?
Finish them. Like the game.
Yay. You got it.
And she's like, yay.
Like the game. Finish him.
Punisher, how is she feeling?
Much better.
Good.
Glad to
The
hear
problem
that.
is she's taking prednisone, and she's going about 9,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
She's like flying around the house and driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody just kind of stays out of the way, because if she's coming
Yeah.
through, you're going to get run over.
Well, I had a YouTube angel send me some cough medicine, so I'm feeling better today.
Oh, you got some cough medicine.
Because the cough medicine is actually working. So
Who did you get cough medicine on?
I will take care of that.
Was it Neba? Is it YouTube? One of
What?
them. One of them.
one of what?
You sound much
YouTube
better
is
today, Cody.
Thank you. Yeah, the Alka-Seltzer, it's sinus, cold, and cough, and it's helping a lot. I mean, I still cough, but it's not constant and it's not as long. So,
Productive coughing instead of just dry, nagging,
right.
purposeless coughing.
At least this way she won't kill herself coughing.
Yeah.
She won't need to
Yeah,
hide
if you
under a
check
bloody
that, it
table.
might have some guaifenesin in it.
I'm going, guys.
Hey,
Okay, sweet dreams.
Night, Wendy. Love you, sweetie.
night trouble.
Where you going, Wendy?
Love you
I just
all.
came on. Now you're going to leave? Nice.
Mm.
Oh,
I'm going to
nighty-night.
Rock
bed.
on.
Sleep tight.
I'm being a good girl. I'm going to bed early.
Tiger's leaving too. He's going to practice with the band.
Okay,
Okay.
Tiger.
Have
Rock
fun,
on,
Tiger.
man.
Night,
Night,
Tiger.
all.
Don't step on your tail.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Rock on, brother.
So anyway,
Exactly. Try not to crack
Okay.
a rib.
right?
I got some skills today.
You what today?
And I finally got some skills today.
You finally got some what yesterday?
Scales.
Skills today.
Oh,
Weighing scales.
tail.
Why do you need more than one? Don't roll your eyes at me. You said you got scales, plural. Why do you need more than one?
That's what they called.
It's called a scale.
Oh, there
No.
it scales.
Not over there, it's not.
Huh. Scarlet is
I
weird.
found that out.
I mean, when there's an S on it, it's plural. You know what I mean?
They're very related.
Just how the language works. Scotland is weird. Brits are weird.
Yeah, we tend to pluralize here in Hickville, so
Yeah.
Walmart,
They're doing-
Aldi's.
What do you expect when you're from Boston?
I'm not from
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, from Boston.
I'm not from Boston.
Boston.
I'm from 40
Talk
miles
to
west
Tom.
of Boston.
You're from Massachusetts.
I am from Massachusetts.
Well, then talk like a Massachusetts.
Considering I was born and raised, well, I wasn't born in Massachusetts, but I was raised in Massachusetts. Therefore, I am talking like I am from
Well,
Massachusetts.
You do know John Cena is from Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
Cody,
from West
have you ever
Newbury.
been to the Big E in Massachusetts?
Have I ever been to what?
The Big E?
No.
It's a giant event in the middle of over by Quincy Market and all that.
Nope. I didn't go to Boston. Closest I got to Boston was Revere. I mean,
Oh.
I've been to Boston, but ooh, pretty.
Was
Pretty.
that looks like a leaf.
That
Looks
is
like a
a
leaf.
This
looks
is
like a Labrador.
Spectralite,
That's nice.
which is part of the Labradorite family, but
That
this is a special growth. No, it's Spectralite,
Oh, nice.
part of the Labradorite stone, but this is something that occurs in sections of the stone depending on environment, and you get spectralite.
Yeah, it's got orange flashes in it. That's pretty.
Yeah, orange and yellow, and there's purple in there too. You hold it up to the light, and it is translucent.
Nice. Very pretty.
Sis had me order it for my birthday.
Well, did you get any rest today?
Aw.
Hmm?
You get any
Good
rest today?
Yeah.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Good.
I was admiring my glow-in-the-dark Punisher T-shirt.
I thought that was my
Yeah, I bought a 5XL
glow in
one.
the dark Punisher T-shirt. You're supposed to
I
put it in
bought
a
a
box.
5XL one.
Oh,
Yeah, but I bought a 5XL one. I actually mistakenly bought a 5XL. I didn't see it said
Holy
5X
cow.
on it until I got it home.
Everybody's having an auction.
you could put you, Squashy, Wendy, and Linda
I can fit all of us in it.
all in there at the
Oh,
same time.
wow.
Yeah. That would be cuddly cozy.
What are you watching? Well,
Sandy's auction. Honkin' piece of cabbed amber with a sterling silver like butterfly draping over the top of the cab. Yeah, wipe the chin off. Drool worthy
Like
for sure.
Like I was talking about doing with the starfish.
Do what, hon?
Like I was talking about doing with the starfish, having it drape over the
Yeah, this thing is stunning. Yeah, that's out of my league. $60. But that's cheap for a start on that hunk of amber.
Yeah, but that's just a start.
I'm just watching it pause or watching it muted as she brings stuff up.
Thing will probably sell for like $250.
I've noticed those. Some of the pieces have got similar to the ones I've got sitting in my bag.
Well, it's already at 100.
Some nice ones.
What, Sandy's pieces flipping?
No, the ones that were in that auction before that Willow was in.
Yeah. But the difference is that the pieces that Sandy makes are handmade, handcrafted, hand sworn at, it's all
and sworn at.
Yep.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Cussing included, free of charge.
And
the dog hair.
Curses at every piece of jewelry.
So that, and she's got a following that likes to collect her pieces, so.
Well, this isn't a Sandy piece. This is one that she's acquired.
I wonder if
it's
she
worthy of a Sandy piece.
If we can put a a swear jar attachment to her YouTube channel. So every
No.
time
The
she
stuff
cusses,
she comes up with is insane.
she gives $1.
She did a cuff bangle today with a floating turquoise.
Cussing while you're creating is part of the process. You can't use a swear jar for that.
How can people afford that? How can
There
people
are people
afford
with
that
money.
kind of jewelry? I guess.
There are people with money.
People do.
We mostly hang around with poor people or people that are, like just getting by,
Yeah.
But there are actually people that have money. So, good on them. I'm happy for them. It's just we sit here going, well, shit, we need food and you're buying $300 worth of a bracelet.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm in a little better position than that,
yeah.
mostly because I live here with sis. But still,
I mean, to us, it's an extravagance. To them, it's just something to do. They
Yeah.
like it, they buy it.
well, Sandy makes the stuff she makes to supplement her income.
Right.
And almost 44 years of experience, she can make some damn good shit and get those kind of monies out of it.
Her stuff is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm
like the
actually
Spectre light that I got, that was 45.
That's a good price for that. That's a really good price for that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised she's not published, that she hasn't been in any
She
magazines.
has, but she was also she was copyrighted for some LGBT stuff that she made, and the stuff was stolen. The copy,
Yeah, but I asked her if she had been published, and she said no.
She had some designs that she was selling in the LGBT community, and the design was stolen from China or by China.
They steal a lot of designs.
They do.
Have you heard of that company Karma that makes the little bangle bracelets
Mm-hmm.
and cups?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to copyright all the words, like believe and live and laugh and love and everything that you would put on something like that.
Yeah, they can't. Those are common words.
They've filed and they're pending. I'm like, they copyrighted the word karma. If you try and use the word karma, which has been used for centuries, if you try and use that word on jewelry, they can come after you and put a cease and desist and shut down your site. They've done it.
Which is insane.
Like my education lady actually has her lawyer working on some stuff to go after them to get them to stop doing that, because you can't copyright. It's against a lot of copyright common words.
That's right. I gotta go stir Winnie's bowl. I'll be right back.
Is that what they call it these days?
Yeah. So, I mean, companies get crazy with stuff. It's like, you didn't invent the word. You didn't create the word. You didn't even create the style of bracelet you're selling, but you're going to copyright it, Craziness.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I plan on doing some of those rings and stuff that just say like live or laugh. They're going to be little stack rings you can put together. So,
why don't you do on shit, and snowballs?
Because I have no idea why I would do that.
I don't know. They go together.
No, they don't.
So peanut butter jelly.
I might do fuck this shit.
Fubar.
Fubar. Yep. Dilligath.
Does it look like they give a fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Thingamajig. Who'd you waffle? I'm a waffle. What'd you call it?
So, just little emotion rings and sentiment rings, things like that.
Definitely, why not?
Yep.
You also want to try and do something unique as well, though. That defines you from all the rest of the.
I'm going to. I'm gonna.
Yeah, man. That's the way to look at it. I mean,
but it's kind of like resellers have the bread and butter. They know what sells. It's common. It's everybody is pretty much looking for it or whatever. It's something that you know. And then they have their unique items. They're items that are a little more expensive, that are not generic. Like the rings are, there's pretty much only so much you can do with putting like love on a ring. I mean, I
Yeah.
can put crystal for the O, you know what I mean? And I can put little hearts around it,
That's
like
always good.
around the ring. But there's only so much you can do with that, as opposed to creating a ring from scratch, from the ground up, putting a stone in it, decorating around the stone, you know?
Yeah.
You can make more unique jewelry that way. So,
Something I was looking for. It was in amongst this box. It was something I thought you could help me with, but I'll hunt it out. And...
Like he's trying to hump the camera.
I know, right?
I'm looking for something. If I...
Alrighty then.
Ah, shit.
Well, I can put that on a ring too. Well, shit.
He fell down. He not get up.
He's wobbling. He's wobbling.
I'm not wobbling. Shut up.
Who's waddling?
The weevil.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Ooh,
This
that's
weevil's fell down, busted her ass a few times.
Didn't know
Still
that was
paying
in there.
for it.
Ooh, didn't know that was in there.
Are you done, Wendy?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for
Hey, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia.
He's looking for something, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia.
So this is what the kitchen looks like, Willow.
Yeah. Just feeding Winnie and
That's where the magic
my
happens.
guts are screaming, so I'm gonna make me a. I'm trying to decide on a bowl of chili or a chili Frito chili pie. Pulling the wall of his ass here tonight. Freeze warning for tonight. Hard freeze.
I had
It was
chicken
when you
sandwiches.
freeze, and then it's going to be a low of 27. 28 in excess of 5 hours is a hard freeze, so we could get a hard freeze because it's almost that now.
Yeah, my friend in Minnesota was saying their weather's crazy up there.
Yeah.
Yes, last week was in the 70s and 80s, and this week it's like 50 something or 40 something. She's like, it should be.
Yesterday, it was fucking mid 80s here yesterday.
I had the door and the window. We had the door and the windows open today.
It was 75.
This morning.
It was 75 here today.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's nuts.
77.
It's 67 right now.
All I know is my bones ain't liking it.
But
Shot or no shot, my joints are.
I had the front door open. We had one of the kitchen windows open, and we had a living room window open. Air out the house. It was nice.
Yeah, I love being able to have the house open, but not today. Today is heater on, rainy, gloomy. Dig your lap blanket out and get your fuzzy booties on, and
I'm sitting here in a Parsons t-shirt.
Virginia, it's not Wendy or Squashy. It's Lenny. Wendy went to bed, and I don't know where Squashy went.
Go to the movies.
Yeah, she was watching a movie. See,
Getting ready
it's
for
Lenny.
her.
I got cheese. Get your ass out of it. wondering what I'm doing. Freezer.
I'm just
Having to dig through the freezer.
looking for something.
I haven't had a refrigerator that packed in years.
That's just the freezer. Refrigerator. Upright, 22 cubic foot.
Jesus.
40 years old. Waiting
My
on a
mom
new one.
has this. My
Lots
mom
paid
has a
for.
freezer. Yeah, she saw our refrigerator. Our refrigerator's like smaller. And she goes, well, that refrigerator's pretty big. And I'm like, yeah, for 2 people. When we had 4 adults and a small child, it was not big enough.
Well, when we bought this place, the refrigerator stayed. It was 3 years old when we bought it, so it's 9 years old now. But the fan's gone out and had to be replaced. And then the light mechanism went out, so when you turn it on, there's no light. But we're working. The freezer's older, so it's got replaced first. Bought and paid for with my stimulus last fall or last spring, but they haven't been able to get one in yet. It's all held up because of COVID.
Yeah.
But it's paid
Well, my
for, so
mom-
as soon as they get one in, we get it because we were top of the list. So
My mom's had her upright freezer for longer than I've been alive. So
well, that's the deal with this one. It was bought when I was, I don't know, it was like 12, 13 years old.
yeah,
And it's starting to make those sounds.
yeah.
So we went ahead and replaced. Last
But
year, we replaced the driver.
My mom's refrigerator is small, and she's always like, "There's not enough room." But luckily, I have that freezer, and I'm like, "That's nice." I'm like, "You can store some of your food here, Mom, because we'll only eat it every once in a while."
Well, we've always had an upright freezer since that one was bought when I was little. And I like to stock up, catch stuff on sale. We also freeze all the pastas, anything like that, dog foods. So there's nothing in the pantry or anything that's going to draw bugs, other than maybe like a box of cereal. So, and I like it that way. I do not like finding mealies in my dinner.
Nope.
They might be protein, but they're a bug, and I ain't eating it. Okay, this is going to go back in for a mo. Melt my cheese.
My mom is so funny. She shaved the crap out of my son today because the waters and the waters and the Gatorade, showed up, and she wanted the Amazon box off the desk and broke it down and all that. And my son was keeping everything in the box because laziness. And she goes, "Well, these need to go in the kitchen." Because to my mom, everything has a place and it's supposed to get put away, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way.
He goes, "Well, Grammy, I don't have any room until I get the kitchen organized." So my mother, in her infamous guilt trip, goes, "Well, I guess you should have gotten the kitchen started getting that organized a little sooner, huh? Now go put this in the kitchen." Yep.
Yeah, my organization drives my sister up the wall.
He was just like,
she has a hideous memory for remembering where things are.
Yeah.
And if it's always in the same place, it finally sticks.
Yeah.
So she's figured out there's method to my madness.
My mom gives better guilt trips than the Catholic Church. Okay, she could give them lessons on guilt, and she was just. And then there was the desk. She wanted the desk put back in a certain place, and my son was like, "It's okay, Granny. I have to wash down these shelves." And she goes, "Well, you can still move the desk out of the way if you need to, but the desk needs to go back over there." And he's like, "Grammy, I'll move it later." She goes, "No, the desk needs to go over there." And I'm just sitting there laughing because he's arguing with this 88-year-old woman who is bound and determined to have him put that desk where she wanted it. It was too funny.
Yeah, man, it takes them a while to figure out. Just roll with it.
Yeah. I told him, I said, "You guys had it so easy." I was like, when I was a kid, my mom was getting me up at 6 o'clock in the morning to start cleaning on Saturdays. And we cleaned all damn day. I was like, and my mom did not own a mop. You had to do the floors on your hands and knees with a damn rag. no sponges, a rag. I was like, there was no toilet brush. It was a rag and Comet cleaner in the toilet with your hand, without gloves. I'm like, so
And they're done
y'all are a
that.
bunch of pussies these days, you know?
Hey, Mark,
Yo,
aren't citizen watches sometimes gold?
yes,
Yes,
Gold plated or gold as in gold?
cool.
plated.
No, cool.
Which one is it, guys?
Solid.
Cool.
You
Not
have a damn
plated.
computer in front of you.
The real
You-
thing.
It ain't as easy as you think, chick. This is that auction high bid. If you go into it,
Citizen is not about high
well,
rated.
the thing is there's no, I can't see a model number. I can't see nothing other than a picture of what it looks like. That's it.
The majority of them are cool. However, it depends on the age.
See, that's the thing. I can't tell. Oh, and my damn browser's done freaking locked up. Oh, you bitch.
If it's an Echo Drive, it's good money.
It's the thing. It just says Citizens Quartz.
Mm.
Are they giving you time to look it up, do the research?
Oh, yeah, it's still got 8 days left on the auction.
Screenshot the picture and then do a search on it. I'm just here at home, Virginia. Too bloody cold to be out. And I don't have my flu shot yet. I ain't going anywhere until I get that.
Got mine the week before last.
Well, I've been having a wrestling match getting it. Because I have to get it in the hip.
Ooh.
The clinic I was at wouldn't do it in the hip. So they said go to my pharmacy. So I went to my pharmacy, checked with them. Fine, no problem. Hip, no problem. The insurance doesn't want to cover from the pharmacy. They want you to have it done at the doctor's office. So I contacted my doctor's office. Well, they're supposed to be getting that oximetry test that I can do at home in place for me for oxygen. And when I went in to document that, another visit on the oxygen thing, then I was going to get my flu shot was in there. But I haven't heard anything. So I emailed them, and I'm waiting to hear back. Of course, it's Friday night, so that won't happen until next week. Usually Tuesday or Wednesday, because they're not there on Monday.
Hi, Christy.
Hello, Christy.
Lenny, I didn't see anything about gold or not gold or whatever, but Citizen watches are considered some of the top watches in the world, depending on the ones you get. Like Echo Drive and the Drive collections are really high money. I would imagine.
And I get that, but up. Never mind.
I would imagine that some of the older Citizen watches are probably worth it for collectors.
Yeah, they are.
So you would just have to try and see if you can get any more, like a screenshot, so you can look it up and try and find out. You know what I mean? Because from what I saw, Citizen watches go from anywhere from $33 to a couple of thousand. So just depends on the watch.
These damn temperatures are so pissing off my lungs.
If I'm what I was looking for.
$42.
So it's probably not a pure gold one.
No.
All we see is your palm.
Yep, it's the exact same watch. It's on eBay. Vintage Citizen watch, 5510. Roman numeral bezel, leather band, date time. Yeah, $42.50 and $4.70 shipping.
Yeah, but you have to look at sold prices, not what people are asking. because that doesn't give you a comp if you look at what people are asking. People can ask whatever they want.
Well, literally, I was looking to find out even what the model was.
Mm.
I don't think he's gotten that far yet. What's going on at work, Virginia, that's gotten you not wanting to go back? Sorry, I'm slow with the chat. I'm kind of sidetracked stuffing my face. First, a solid food of the day.
Oh, it ain't that popular. $21.
Yeah.
So it's a dutter.
Yeah, in other words, it ain't one that's going to waste my time. Although the diesel watch, isn't that Fossil?
No,
I don't know.
Diesel is its own make.
I don't know very much about watches, so I have to Google stuff like that.
Me too, for the most part, because you can't wear them. When you fry them, kind of pointless getting them.
What stones are these?
Aventurine and some variations of quartz.
Yeah, the one all the way on the opposite side of the adventure looks like it has the opposite one of that all the way on the other end looks kind of purplish. Is that one purple?
Yeah.
Then that one's probably amethyst.
Purple is the cream, is the yellowy type.
Yeah.
And this
So
one,
that's probably citrine.
Yeah, the one in the middle is probably citrine, and the other two are like a quartz.
the one in the middle is the only one I can see through this blue one a little bit, but
Yeah.
Pretty.
Intriguing. I also found this thing intriguing as well.
That's pretty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a scarf clip.
Yep.
I'm taking a few of them.
Scarves are more popular in the UK than they are in America right now.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded very familiar.
Well, that's pretty.
That's vintage.
Yeah.
Those are probably
Oh,
faux turquoise, not real turquoise. But they're
Right.
still coveted because of the vintage design.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I was wondering what you were doing.
You see this shit?
Yeah.
Look like dyed shell.
Yeah.
Maybe one? I'm like nibbling on them. All there is this.
Is it even?
Yeah.
Per pack. Two of
Yeah,
these,
do
two of
that
these, two of
too.
these, two of these, and two of those.
There's also
Love that color.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
that's you can put on that on a necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bail on it.
It's a pendant.
I'm
Pretty.
shocked about this.
Vegan.
The peacock.
Peacock.
It did not go. I'm shocked about it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I love peacocks.
Flies, boats. They have pink heads.
I found a little baggie at the bottom of the bag. Look.
Yeah. It's always fun to find surprises.
Why the nails come out on the bed? That's something dead. I've been cleaning so much. I know. And I don't
Hello,
smell
wifey.
anything. You're coming out my nose ring.
Think that's where it's coming from?
Yeah. So I have All of the drains are stopped up. I empty them all, plug them all, and I put notes
It's
on
one of them real type things.
thing. Don't touch Don't
Figure
even
out
dump
Now,
chain.
what kind of
anything in
chain
there.
is that, Fluffy? Do you remember?
Eh?
Hopefully this
Do you
one.
remember what kind of
Don't
chain
know,
that
but
is?
we are catching them.
You sing it.
Straight.
See?
Figaro.
There you go.
Put it in the box.
It's
Figaro.
tiny. Look.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty.
Oh, never mind.
There is a stamp on it. I just
Put it
can't
in
read
the
it.
box. It won't fit.
It's
Favorite
kind of
chain.
put
Can't
it
see
in
it.
the box.
No.
When you can't see a stamp or a mark or something, Fluffy, you can always take a picture of it with your phone later and then enlarge the picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Too much work.
Yeah, that
Much
helps a
work.
lot.
It really does. The first time I saw
Yeah,
somebody
'cause
do
then you
that
can
was T.
blow it up.
It was the first person I saw do that was T on Auctions for You. Because she couldn't see the mark for the life of her. Nobody could see it. And she was like, oh, I'm going to take a picture with my phone. Hold on. And she took it and enlarged it and then showed everybody. And you could see the 925 mark. She was like, well, that worked.
And then I found this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that looks very royal.
Different.
Yeah, it does.
Like a purple or pink stone.
Chain
That's
on
pretty.
it is 925. Just the chain is 925.
Wow.
Nice.
Mm. This is a picture I found earlier today.
Did you
That
say
I couldn't find anymore.
Did you say it was 925?
The chain is.
Yeah.
There's no mark on the other thing, though?
No.
Trying to hear you over my chewing and the bellowing butthead in the other room over Cody's place.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
just for chain 925. That's I really like this piece. Keeps calling to me that bit.
That looks very old.
It is 40s, 50s.
I've got quite a few from that era.
It's a nice little lot.
It's cool. Yes, yeah, I found what was in the bottom of the box. And then there was this thing, but I don't know what this thing. It looks like a hair scrunchie. I think it's a ring rose.
Yeah, that's one of those rings, I bet.
Uh-huh.
Show me the other side of it. Yeah, that's a beaded ring.
Mm-hmm.
Bead woven.
They'll be talented to do that because that's cool.
I've done it.
Cool talent.
I ain't got the patience for that.
And make those kind of rings. Not with the flower, but I bead weave band rings like that.
Yeah, I've done them. I've also done flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could do the flowers if I had a pattern to go by for the brush up a few times.
There's some freebies online, but I just invested in the book.
Yeah, I have a book that teaches you how to do flowers with like the floral wire, the green floral wire.
Mm-hmm.
And I started making a rose. And then I got distracted and I forget by what, but so I have all these individual little petal things that I have to put together in shape eventually.
Mm-hmm. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah,
it goes in the whip spin.
I have a book with patterns for amulet bags. There's a really pretty wolf one. There's no bear. I was very upset. And I have book to make the beaded boxes and ornaments. And then I have a book for ornament covers to drape them over the glass ornaments. Things like that.
Yeah. Interweave Press, who
Yeah.
is the creator of Beadwork magazine.
Yep.
Before they came out with this Beading Daily website thing they've got, once a year they used to do a Hurt book sale. And you could get the books for 75 to 90% off regular price just because they were a little rough. And every year I would hit that and spend everything I could. And I've got a pretty good library now because I did that for like 10 years.
Well, what irritated me is that they had books that, I mean, it's an actual book. It's got, over 60 pages in it or whatever. And okay, it's $10. That's, understandable, $10-12. But then they have one that's like 5 pages and they want $7 for it. I'm like, the hell,
Yeah, it's a freaking leaflet. It's not a book.
Yeah. What was funny though is I did make an amulet bag. I have not put the chain or like a necklace part on it. But I did make a bag. But because the patterns, you have to get certain colors and do the patterns in certain ways to get those pictures. I couldn't afford the beads, because it gives you the numbers for the delicas that you have to order. And I just didn't have the money to order all those new delicas. So I just made up my own pattern and used my own colors. And I actually have pictures of that on my Facebook in my photos.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Did you?
Pretty.
Thank you. I love bead weaving. I love the peyote stitch because it just feels so really cool. The texture is really awesome.
Feels like silk.
I want to do panels, and put them in a metal frame and attach all the panels together to make almost like a Chinese lantern, but with better, not necessarily Asian patterns. And you put a little tea light in the middle. I want to do that. That will take a long time, and I don't want to do loom work because I don't have a loom. Not even a little one. Well, I have the generic one that everybody starts out on, but that thing drives me crazy. I would just rather do brick stitch or peyote stitch.
Yeah, I've got looms, and I prefer freehand over loom work.
It's a pin.
I know it's a pin, but what is it? A dolphin or a whale?
Dolphin.
That is a killer whale.
Yeah, it looks like a killer whale. That's why I was asking. I was trying to see if there was patterning around the eye, but kitty cat,
Kiki,
and a puppy,
and a porker. I think that was a
pig.
pig.
I thought it was a pumpkin at first.
Yeah, but it's got eyes, and I think it's a pig. That's a red fox. No, that's a kitty.
It's a cat. I got all excited. I thought it was a fox. Foxes were John's spirit guide.
Squirrel.
Oh, look, there's everybody's squirrel that distracts them all the time. Horsey.
Dalmatian pup.
It's a weird looking puppy.
Hedgehog.
Porcupine. Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I love hedgehogs. I think they're adorable.
The cool. I mean, I got a box. They're all roughly the same ones, but box them to I'll do a pin off.
Yeah, earlier today when my son was like, well, I might be moving out in the living room, I said, boy, you need to make up your mind because I need to know where I'm going to be setting up my stuff.
It's actually a fox. Here's on the back fox.
Oh, it can go in my box.
There's Mr. Fox.
When I do my memorial tattoo for John, it's going to have a fox in it. A fox and some Celtic work and Celtic non-work. And
what did the fox say?
What?
What did the fox say?
I knew Lenny would say something about that.
Well, that too, that he was like, well, I need to get this clean and I need the bugs under control. I was like, if you're going to wait for bugs to get under control, you're going to be waiting a long time because the diatomaceous takes a while to work. And
We know he
You
ain't
know,
gonna do it.
Yeah, and so I got to get out there and I got to throw that all over everything. And I'm like, if he waits too long, I'm going to set up my shit up there and it's not getting moved again. So he's going to be out of luck. He's going to have to stay in the small room
Yep.
because the room was getting cleaned so that I could use it as a workspace.
Yeah,
Now,
it wasn't clean, so he could decide to move into it.
Yeah, I do not have a problem with him moving into it because I understand being crowded in one room with animals because I have 3 of them in mine. He's got 2 dogs in his, so I have no problem with that. However,
Yeah, but that's also going to be a conundrum to be able to let your animals come out with you.
Box in my box.
From 1976.
I don't care. It's box in my
So
box.
it's a hippie fox.
Yeah. Well, my animals can go if the room next to me is what I'm going to be using as a workspace. Then the dog can come in there with me. And like when Simi has to go outside, all he has to do is put Miha in my workspace until Simi comes back inside, and then Miha goes back out in the main part of the house.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if he's going to live out there, he needs to move his stuff out there as soon as the cleaning is done, because I want to get my stuff set up. You know, I want to.
Fox back in his bag.
I want to get started. You know.
You're not going to sit around waiting on him to make up his mind. If he doesn't make up his mind, then you're just claiming it.
Yep.
Because, I mean, that was the purpose to begin with. And then all of a sudden, because the room's being cleaned out, he wants to move into it. Then he drags his ass. No.
So.
Done.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I have no problem. I understand him wanting more space, and that's fine with me as long as he doesn't take too long to do it. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Now I'm gonna have a hot flash. Joy.
Because there are 2 windows that I can set up with, and there are plugs at both ones for lamps. Because I like to use natural light when I work. So, but there are going to be times when I'm working and determined to finish something, and it gets dark, and I'm going to have to turn the light on. So, you know.
Well, this little light that I set up here on my table, it's an old OT light.
I want an OT light so bad.
Of natural.
I know what they are. I want one.
This is the box one that folds completely up.
Yeah.
This folds all the way down, and you know. But I got it. It used to be the bead and button sale.
Yeah.
They would always make souvenirs, aka buy shit, slap one of their stickers on it, call it a souvenir.
Right.
And at the end of each sale, they would clearance the souvenirs. Well, if you waited until like around now, Christmas, somewhere in there, they'd sell the shit for like 65, 70% off. And that's how I got that light. I got it at 70% off. But they don't do that now anymore. Now they figured out roll it over.
Yeah.
Year to year.
I mean, I want an OT light because it does, represent natural light, so I can get true color on my stones.
Yeah,
and
that's why I have it.
I mean, I did have 100 watt. Yeah, I had 100 watt. It's actually an energy saver bulb, but it's 100 watts, and it's white. It's a white light instead of the yellow that they usually are. And either John East or Talon broke it out in the other room.
Hang on. 1 second.
I've had this lamp for probably close to 20 years now.
Yeah.
I got it in the 90s. So late 90s.
Yeah, 1 second.
Late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there. I've had it a long time. It's kind of turning yellow because it's kind of that bake light kind of resiny stuff.
Yeah.
It discolors and you can scrub it all you want, but
yeah, go for it, Ewok. You have to like, subscribe, and
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of things on my list. The first thing I'm saving for, though, well, the first two things, I have so much stuff I got to try and save money for once I start making stuff and selling it. I mean, the mattress and one of those transitional bench things for the shower, so I can use the damn shower again, which would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, the gem tester that I want to get. I need to win the
I
damn
know, I've got
lottery.
a list too. Mine's not as extensive as yours is at this point, but because I'm not looking at starting business or something. I just, fill gaps to make
Well, I
things
mean,
easier for me.
two of the things are for personal comfort because, it hurts when I sleep, because I'm getting stabbed. Although I do have it packed up pretty good right now that I don't get stabbed. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, but your packups are your garments that are probably getting damaged by getting stabbed.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're junk now.
It makes for lumpy. You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. And of course, the shower chair is so I can actually use the shower instead of just taking bitch baths because I hate that.
Yeah, spit baths suck.
Yeah, they do. But and then the gem tester is an investment for my business. So
yeah, you've just got personal needs stuff, and you've got business related stuff that you're just gonna have to build up gradual.
Yeah. I need a bunch of jars that I can put my metal stamps, some labels for, glue them on there, or hang them on there because, shit might change, and have it be the Fund 1, Fund 2, and Fund 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, line up the jars and put the pennies in, evenly, save up for stuff.
It takes a while.
I have to reinvest to get supplies too, so.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I'll need any cabochons for a while.
Not unless you want something specific, but just something to work with, something to play with, something. If nothing else, I thought the rough ones, even if they were a color you didn't like, they'd be a practice piece. You're not going to destroy a good cab, that they just be a learning piece.
Yeah.
You could practice etching, or you could, practice bezeling or whatever, and just use it. And it isn't going to hurt if it gets destroyed because it's but ugly or whatever,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if it was rough, I threw it in because, you're going to be learning stuff. And I thought, well, if nothing else, she can use those as practice pieces.
Good voice there.
You can always remelt the silver or whatever, but you can practice the bezel, or you might have another one there that will fit. And you'll be like, oh, well, this turned out really good. Let's switch stones, and you got a sell piece,
Yep.
Yeah, she's got a good singing voice.
I'll just put the ugly ones in copper.
I'm just saying, I just thought if nothing else, they'd be practice pieces. Or you could change them up, slice them, engrave them, whatever,
Yeah, I actually don't have an engraver.
Huh?
I don't have an engraver. Engraver is another thing that I want to get. But
I know you had talked about them, and that's why when I put the rougher ones in or the uglier ones in, I thought she can practice on these.
But I mean, there are people that appeals to not have the high shine on the cabochon. There are a lot of people that like that.
Yeah,
I like both. I like both.
Me too.
But there was one shape that you sent me. Where is it?
Hi, Tiago. How are you?
Hey, Tiago.
Hey, Tiago.
One thing, and I'm like sitting there going, the only thing I can do with this is wire wrap the shit out of it, because it's this really funky thing that it is like all wavy on the back.
Yeah.
Well, on one side it's all wavy and it's got like this bump, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And it's got like a hole like right here, and I'm like,
I wasn't sure what that was, but I thought organic, maybe sea life display kind of thing or something.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I mean, I can wire wrap it. It does have a hole in it, like it's supposed to be a focal.
Yeah, it's like top drilled or something. I don't know. I thought some things I've looked at in my tray for like 20 years, and inspiration didn't hit, and I thought maybe it would for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I can actually do two different things. I can wire wrap it, or I can do like a prong setting. I can solder the prongs onto the backing, and then have them drape over it a little bit and hold that in place. But it feels cool, almost like a worry stone. It's almost a perfect shape for a worry stone. I'm like,
yeah, but it's just weird. And
it's
what
really
I
weird
do,
shape.
I couldn't find an idea, but you're doing
Yeah.
different stuff, and I thought maybe you'd, get inspired where I hadn't.
Either that, or it'll sit on my collection next to my duck.
Just because it looks neat. It's just weird and neat.
It'll be the willow section. I'll have a little section on my
The
shelf
Willow
with
weird crap.
stuff from Willow, like the little, ancient bear sculptures and the duck,
Yeah. We're all English speakers here, Thiago. Keep it
I already
English.
told Tiago that.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, exactly, Tiago.
If I even tried to say that, I would torture it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but hey.
I don't know what it is, so I don't know if I agree or not.
Man, this cold snap's got my lungs mucking up. I'm sitting here coughing up hairballs.
That's not good.
Better out than in.
True.
I did the calling during that auction and the typing, and I was like, oh my God, my throat just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And afterwards, I just went and hit the guafenicin and then sucked down a bottle of water and then peed my brains out. And now it's starting to break up.
Guys, English only, please.
Thiago, you were timed out because we asked you to speak English. You're not. You come back, you don't keep it English, you'll shoot.
There's only a few people in here, so wait till new people come in and then put the link in. You don't need to overdo it, bro. We all got you.
She did pretty good, by the way.
You are?
I watched her video. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good singer.
Very good.
Yeah, she's got a good voice. I tried a little bit of it, but I can't muffle. It's right there. I didn't want to blast y'all. Especially for me to be able to turn it up and really hear. I've got it there. I'll watch it here after a while.
Well, all you got to do is just mute yourself on StreamYard.
Yeah. Cracking voice, though.
You want to.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Duh.
Yeah, that's how I figured out how to do it. You can play other stuff as long as you mute yourself on StreamYard.
Brain fart.
Yeah, really. Farting brains.
Yeah, my mom thought that I was still going to work out in the living room if my son was sleeping out there. No. Because we have built-in shelves. Like the kitchen counter comes out really far. And on the other side, in the living room, are shelves that run the whole length of it. So he's like, yeah, I can put my stuff out. He's actually talking about not keeping all his stuff in totes. It seems a little more permanent to me than him keeping everything packed up. He wants to put his stuff, I'm like, okay. So my mother was like, so will there be enough room on those shelves for your supplies? And I'm sitting there going, but I was like, I don't think my supplies will be out here if he's going to be using it as his bedroom. And she's like, but you said you were going to work out here. I'm like, well, yeah. But he wants to use it as a bedroom. She wasn't comprehending that The room is not going to be a shared thing, you know. She'll get there when it happens.
Yeah, you guys don't share space well. You'd be good not to kill each other in the kitchen.
We don't really do things together in the kitchen either. Because he doesn't cook like I do. There's plenty of room, but he doesn't cook like I do. So he cooks well, but his processes are different, and I have a certain way I do things, and he has a certain way he does things. And now John
Sis
and I
are the same way.
John and I worked well in the kitchen together. We worked really well. But
I can throw out, you know, a 4-course meal, and Sis, she makes this and she completes it. Then she makes this and completes it. I'll have pans all over the stove, and I'll have other stuff going. You know, I multitask in the kitchen better. She can't do that.
Yeah. Well, John and I were always able to, you know, he'd be like, "What am I missing? What am I missing?" And I just hand him the herb or spice, whatever that he needed. He'd be like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "Because I know how to cook." Or he'd be like, "Where is the?" And I'd hand him the utensil he was looking for. He's like, and I'm like, "Just shut up and go with it," you know.
Yeah, I have worked with people like that on that caliber, and yeah, it's great. But Mom and I worked really well together like that. But
And I mean,
she's the only one family-wise.
sharing the space wouldn't be the problem. It'd be what you're hearing right now. I would have to deal with that only louder.
Yeah. And when you're in your bubble, your creative bubble,
Yeah.
don't bug the bubble.
And
Don't
his
bump the
dog
bubble,
is not.
don't breathe on the bubble, don't touch the bubble.
Don't even look at the bubble. Don't even think about the bubble. You know.
Yeah.
And his dog. Now Miha would leave me alone. She might come over, sniff my leg, lick my hand once, and she'd go lay down. She's a good girl. His dog is a little hyper monkey, and she misses me because I haven't seen her in so long. So every time she comes near me, she's really good about not jumping on me unless I let her. And then she's very gentle when she puts her paws on me, which is good. But she would want attention all of the time if I were in the same room. Whereas Simi will go in there and like lay down, or she'll go in there, lay down for 5 minutes, come back in my room and lay on the bed. I mean, dog's not stupid. Choice of floor or bed, she's going to sleep on the bed. So, and the cats can't be in there. You know, I can't have the cats anywhere near me because I'll be using a torch and they just will get into everything. So my
tails whispering by, not a good thing.
Yeah. And you've seen how Onyx is, so I'd never get anything done.
Yeah, she's very in-your-face kitty.
And I would definitely not want the Cat 500 going on in my workspace. So the workspace will be a cat-free zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I was used to working out in my shop. Half the garage was a 2-car garage, like a Model A garage. It was small, but half of it was closed off. Air conditioner in the window, a gas heater put in the wall, and I could go out there and work, and I wouldn't have interruption.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be hours. I mean, the girls would just bring a plate of food and drop it in front of me and say, "You need to eat," because I was so in my bubble. But here in the house, the ways I store, the ways that I do a project, I had to totally change up the way I did things to accommodate kitties.
Yeah.
You know, like my little tray that I use when I'm bead weaving, it's a foam thing inside of an acrylic tray, and there's a cutout for pockets for each of your colors. If they come, I just slap the lid shut. And beads, they're not going to scatter seed beads, you know, because Delica's running away on a budget. You just, you want to scream.
Yep.
It's like flushing gold down the toilet, you know, because they're expensive.
Hey, John ended up dumping him and his brilliance, right? When I had to move out of the mobile home we were in, his genius idea was to put tape down the front and back of my plastic drawers, and then take the entire thing and put it in the Jeep. Well, the latch was not working well on the Jeep. He took a turn and one of the whole towers fell out. The tape, of course, let go, and one or two of the containers broke. Guess what was in that drawer?
Seed beads.
Swarovski crystals.
Oh my God.
They were all over the road. He comes back. He goes, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "What did you do?" And he told me, I was like, "You get your ass back there with a goddamn flashlight, and you find every one of those crystals." He was like, "You're not serious." I'm like, "Do I look like I'm kidding?" He was like, "Shit." And he came back with, huge handful of them, but it was not all of them.
Not even close.
And I was like, I probably lost about $200 worth of Swarovski.
Yeah, the gutters got bling that day.
Well, there's no gutter there. It was right next to a church. So I was like, well, maybe some little girls will go walking with their parents to church and find them and be like, look, we have shiny beads. And they'll make something pretty.
Figuratively speaking.
He's like, please don't make me go back there again. I'm like,
or maybe a bird will fly down and put it in the nest.
I was like, your ass is on the couch for like the next 3 weeks. He's like, you're not serious. I'm like, again, do I look like I'm kidding? He was like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm like,
when I moved,
he also broke my curio glass, the glass on the front panel of my curio cabinet. During that
yeah,
movie.
when I moved, my brother and a couple of his buddies from the drug rehab halfway house were coming and helping move stuff. And my jewelry, all my bead stuff, the TV, any other important electronics, anything like that, I loaded in my truck, my van, and I brought over during the week. It was only the regular stuff, like household crap and stuff, that I let them move. I mean, I was picky.
Well, John also didn't take my toolbox. We had 3 toolboxes, and my toolbox had my cordless screwdriver in it, along with the remnants, whatever was left of my dad's tools.
Mm-hmm.
And he left that one behind. And I asked him, I said, did you grab my toolbox? He's like, yeah. He's like, it's in the Jeep. I'm like, okay. Well, we get to the house, and he starts unloading. I'm like, where's my toolbox? He's like, well, I thought it was in the Jeep. I'm like, well, you need to go back and get it. He goes, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that has my dad's tools in it. My dad, go get my dad's tools. It was already gone. Somebody broke in because they saw that we were moving. Somebody broke in and took the toolbox and some other things.
Uh-huh.
I was pissed.
Because that's what people do.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Fluffy?
No. No, I was brutal when it came to that stuff. I'd have stuff loaded in the truck, and he'd decide he was going to add some stuff to my van or something like that. And I'm like, no, you're not, because that space is already designated for the stuff that I'm loading.
Yeah.
Well, let me help you load it. No, you're not touching this stuff. Well, why not? And I said, because I said so. Done.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he was like, why wouldn't you let me help with that stuff? Because I said, you're too rough, and that stuff was too fragile. And I was not going to have it balancing precariously on the back of your pickup truck with you swinging around corners at 20 miles an hour.
Right.
I said, I transport that stuff myself. And I said, the majority of it I brought over during the week when you were working and stuff. And,
And the last time I moved, I had to hire guys to load and unload the U-Haul. But I made sure that all my beading supplies were either in boxes or totes.
Mm-hmm.
So that there weren't going to be any more drawers going flying everywhere and my stuff getting dropped and and they were actually really good. I was like, look, I said I have something breakable in almost everything you're going to be picking up. So please be careful. And they were super careful. They were so nice. And
we weren't able to afford a moving company or anything.
Well, it wasn't a moving company. It was just
because what I'm saying.
Because of my health concerns. And the only one helping me was Isa. Hey, Diego. She paid for them to come and load the truck and then unload the truck. And then I paid her back. I paid her back for because she paid for the truck and for the movers to do it. The guys to come out and do it.
Yeah.
And then I paid her back over time. It took me like 3 months, and I paid her back because it was like $400.
Yeah.
But I paid her back, and we already had that arrangement. So, because normally, if I borrow money, I just pay it all back at once.
Yeah, but that was a bit more than you could handle in one go.
Yeah, that was. And it was an emergency situation because I had to move because Johnny had moved on me and I couldn't afford the $525 a month rent by myself.
Yeah.
You know, especially with those utilities over there, they were crazy. The house was like a sieve. So
Really? That makes you drop a bit. You dropped it. There you go.
So they were very nice, and I had furniture and stuff I couldn't take because I bought furniture to put in the house, you know, and
Yeah.
like the couch. I had a couch and a couple of other things that I couldn't take with me, and the guys were like, "You're not taking that," and they moved it outside for me. They put it out on the curb along with everything else that wasn't going with me.
Yeah, so it was empty basically.
I didn't want the landlord bitching that I left anything on the porch.
That's yours.
Look at that, Christy.
That's that.
And so they
Yours,
kept asking.
Yours, Dad's.
They kept asking me, do you want to keep this? Do you want to keep that? And I was like, no, all that stuff is going to the curb. And like, do you mind if we take it? And I'm like, take whatever you want that's on the curb. You know, I was in the process of moving. I had people walking down the street to go through my stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was loading stuff in the truck one day. People showed up in the driveway like, you have any yard sale? No, I'm moving. Oh, well, do you have any?
John and I,
no, I'm moving.
John and I had gotten my middle daughter, Kayla, one of those collectible porcelain doll things. Not porcelain, but it's high-end plastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had kept it because even though she calls me her incubator and it doesn't acknowledge me as a parent and I haven't talked to her in like 10 years. I still had it. And he was like, wow, my little girl would love one of these. And, I was like, take it.
Yeah.
I was like, take it and keep it. I was like, give it to your little girl. I would rather have somebody enjoy it than me just haul it all over the place, for a child that, one, didn't appreciate it in the first place, and two, apparently didn't want it because she never asked me for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I hope his little girl enjoyed it. And, I hope she really liked it all. So, I mean, it was close to Christmas. He was going to clean up the package and give it to her for Christmas,
Yeah.
He's like, don't these things cost like $100? I'm like, I think so. He goes, you're just going to give it to me? You don't want anything for it? I'm like, no, take it. So.
Yeah, you just needed to purge it yourself.
Then they asked me if I wanted to smoke a joint with them. I was really tempted. I was like, my movers are getting high. I was like, no, but could you guys hold off until my stuff is in the other house before you smoke that? Because I don't want you to drop anything. And they're like, yeah. They smoked on the way over. They're like, smell it.
Right, Diego. Daddy, yo. Daddy, yo.
I called them on it too. The first box they carried in, I was like, I thought you guys were going to wait. And they're like, for what? I'm like, to smoke that? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, my nose works, right? And they were like, shit. I'm like, yeah, just don't drop my stuff. So, yep. We had that house spotless. Issa mopped the floors like 3 times. The only thing we didn't do was wash down the walls. I mean, who the hell washes the walls when they move out of an apartment? And, well, they hadn't washed them for us to move in, so I wasn't washing them for us to move out.
Yeah.
And he still said, well, the house was a mess when you left. No, the fuck it wasn't.
Oh, Punisher shooting.
No, I'm not.
He's playing a game.
I'm playing it.
What game you playing?
Well, if you got a little something,
To the girls.
You what?
Interrupting Cody is like interrupting a Mack truck. It's never going to happen.
Ain't that the truth?
I can start coming here.
We love you, Cody.
I love you too, but
it was you, not me, Punisher.
If it bothers you that much, then I can just stop showing up on lives. I'll just talk in the chat.
Didn't say that.
Didn't even last 4 seconds. See that, Coffee?
What?
Cody, how you doing? How you doing walking around? Doing any?
Yeah, really.
Are you able? You're not talking anymore.
I am not able to use my prosthetic right now because I had a fluid pocket, apparently, It's in the skin.
I know what
not
you're
in the-
talking about. Yeah. Ooh.
Not in the muscle, but it's like a fluid
Subdermal
pocket,
hematoma.
and it burst, and so I have an open wound, so I can't put the prosthetic on. It's healing though. When it first happened, there was a like hole in my leg, and I was like, oh crap. But now it's shallower, so it is healing well, so that's good.
Wow.
But
I didn't
it's
know anything about it until it actually started forming or burst.
I didn't
in the
even feel it. I didn't even know it was there.
What happened online?
Wow. Now, was it down on the nub?
It's where the stitches were.
You don't have any feeling down there, do you?
Notice when she was online.
Not really.
Yeah, because of the nerve damage, you won't have any feeling. It'll eventually come back over time, a long time. But yeah, you won't know anything's there until it's already done and over with.
Well, see, when I had one on the very edge of where the stitches were on the inside, right? It bubbled up. It was red like a boil, and it freaked me out. And I popped that one because I was like, no, I can't have that crap stay in my skin. And I got all the stuff out of that, and I had a hole there too. That healed up in a few days. Now Monday, I was hungry. I couldn't take it. I had not eaten, and my son left, and I didn't know when he was coming back. So I popped into the wheelchair. I didn't bother with the leg or anything. I just got in the wheelchair. I went out there and scavenged for food and whatnot. And that's when I had my neighbor get me my cigarettes, and came back in here, and I was actually on a live.
On my live?
On your live, on Preppy Live. And I looked down and I thought there was like a bug on the sock that covers my leg. And it was actually a spot like this that was blood. And it had actually been dripping. I had drops of blood on my floor. It had soaked through the sock, and I was like, what the hell? That's why I'm on the live going, hold on, I'm bleeding. I have to check my leg. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. So yeah, I got it all cleaned up, and it's healing. And then once that's healed up, and I'll give it a couple days for everything to heal up, and it's not fresh. Then I'll be able to try the leg again after I wrap, because I can't wrap my leg to shrink it right now because of the wound on it. So it's all a process, and I'm very jealous.
Basically, Cody sprung a leak.
Callie Picker is over there practically doing the marathon on his prosthetic, and I can't even use mine. I'm happy for him, I am, but I sit here going, I want that to be me. You know what I mean? But
Patience, young one, patience.
I've had 2 years of patience, Lenny, and my patience just about gone.
Believe me, I know how you feel.
So
that little bit of time I had where I didn't walk, it drove me insane, especially going from walking November 1st to not walking until the following May, June is when I finally started really getting back to walking. And even now, walking is very hard because I find myself my balance gets off so easily.
Yeah. When did I have my surgery? It was like 2 years ago, April. So I could still walk on it after the surgery. I could walk on my foot after the surgery. It was about 8 months after my surgery that I twisted my ankle. And then I couldn't walk at all because I had shattered my ankle and I didn't know it. But I knew it hurt. And so it was no walking from then until another year. I mean, a year went by. See, I'm working. This coming April will be 3 years. I'm almost out of patience. The cup is only got drops left. So, but once this is healed and I can wrap my leg again, I have to take a few days after wrapping it to shrink it and then try, the prosthetic again and see how my knees are doing. I'm not giving up. I'm not.
Just refill the cup. Just refill
You'll
the
get
cup.
there, girlfriend.
I even tried to get in the utility room today with the wheelchair because I was like, I need my laundry fucking done. And I've told my son to like 3 days in a row and nothing was happening. So I did try to get in the utility room, and the wheelchair just will not go. If I had 2 more inches of clearance, I'd be able to get through.
Yeah.
But the washing machine and dryer stick this far, like 4 inches out from the door frame.
Yeah.
So I can't get in there.
They just clog the passageway just enough.
Yep. And it's the fault of whoever built that little alcove. They didn't compensate. They might have measured it to fit a washer and dryer, but they didn't take into consideration the hoses.
Yeah.
You know? So
how that makes it poke out a good 6 or 8 inches from the wall.
So
Just tell me tablets. What next? Fag.
yeah, I might be able to. I might be able to maneuver in there with the walker eventually if the leg will work for me and my knees don't collapse on me. I might be able to get in there and do that. But I did ask him in front of my mother. I was like, by the way, my laundry basket will be on the wheelchair when I go back in my room. I really need that laundry done. I'm out of clothes, and I need another blanket to put on the bed. So it's really important that gets done. He's like, "Yep."
Were you going to say something, Willow?
Do what, hon?
You said something once I was mentioning your tablets.
I asked you if you had eaten something with them.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
So don't worry, Punisher. I'm not giving up. I'm just frustrated.
Hey.
Yeah, Cody's not the give up and roll over and show her tummy kind of gal.
Nope. Although I like my tummy being rubbed. So anybody that I'm not anybody, but Yeah, thank you.
No, I will be avoiding that one.
Not touching that one, sorry.
So, okay, that's enough. You're married.
In terms of when that bother them? Diego's playing the Hot Wheels.
I will get there. I did move some stuff around in the kitchen because my son did start cleaning the kitchen a little bit more when my mom was here. So that's a good thing. A little bit, But I went to go in there and there's still stuff in the way. Like I couldn't get through. And I need to be able to get all the way. I mean, the kitchen table is not that big. You can seat 4 people at it, but that's about it. You know what I mean? You can have like 4 people in the middle of the table, and that's all the room you get. So it's not that big. We have 2 kitchen chairs in there, and it was in the way. And I'm like, we have all this space now because all Issa's crap is out of the kitchen. And I'm like, So I moved the table a little bit, and he found her vacuum cleaner and her Swiffer, her Swiffer jet thing. So she probably wants that.
Swiffer wet jet. She's probably bought a new one since then.
Yeah, I mean, she said there was stuff in the house that she still wanted, but she didn't let me know what it was.
Oh, Wendy fell asleep with this on her phone.
But I mean, she's got a jewelry box on the counter, and I looked at it, and it's just filled with roach shit. I'm like, there's no jewelry in it. There's like a cat collar that says "bad to the bone," and it has a little bone on it. I'm like,
don't you give dogs bones?
Yeah, but it's a cat collar. It's tiny. I'm like, unless you had that on the little Chiweenie thing that dog she had for a while. I don't know, but we haven't had a dog tiny enough for that and a collar like that. Even Simi at 6 weeks old was too big for that collar. So I don't know, but that's the only thing that's in it. I did find one of those, those rubber bracelets that you can get with sayings on them.
Oh, the silicone bracelet, yeah.
Yeah, the silicone bracelet.
Hang on.
Hang on. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. When I share a screen, can you see it on your end without putting it in?
Yes.
All right, y'all can continue talking. Sorry.
When my mom was cleaning off the bookshelf, she found a whole bunch of stuff, and there was a silicone bracelet that said "Go Spidey," and it had a little Spider-Man symbol on it, and a little like a little spider web. So I saved that, and so I can give it to Talon because it's Talon's. So I saved it to give back to him.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, there's just not that much in the house, you know. So I don't know.
Nice.
She said she wanted the stuff out of the blue trunk, which was all John's stuff, not hers. But my son went through it and took a bunch of stuff out of it, stuff he had given his dad, or that reminded him of John. He took it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's all more. Well, there's some Native American stuff in there, just wolves and things.
How much?
I'll go up an extra couple of dollars.
You know the fused beads that are fused on the string?
Yeah.
I've got one of those. I took the clasp off and everything, and Aspen's been playing with it. Well, Jennifer the other day left it wrapped in a note here on my table. I found this in my bedroom. Where in the hell did it come from? And I told her, and I just strung it back over her shoulders, and she's freaking through the house playing with them, hanging off her neck. She's being a total goofball. Hey, Diego.
Can you see him, yes?
Yes.
This is what he's playing with.
I can't make out what he's playing with because it's in shadow. Oh, it's a little car or something.
Hot Wheels monster truck.
To me, it's just a blob with wheels, dear. I have one eye dilated, remember?
Yeah. Look what you're playing with.
That looks like a blurry blob of wet wipe. Oh, okay, yeah. One of those super truck things or something.
You need to clean up your area, boy. You're a slob.
What?
I said you need to clean up your area. It's messy.
Put me dick, bitch.
Damn.
No.
Well, shut up then.
Okay.
Wow.
Grr.
You know the issues behind that?
Do what, hon?
She knows the issues I've got with that.
Oh, I just had chili, and Sis just texted me to see if I wanted food tonight.
Hmm.
You see, it's an hour from now. Nah.
Hey, calm down, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm not used to her texting me that on a Friday where she just changed her work days.
Yeah.
You know. Usually it was Thursday. It's been Thursday for a couple of years, you know, was her Friday, end of the week. And now it's not. I just haven't gotten used to it yet because, I mean, she's been on this new shift for less than a month.
Took the bid up to 13 with a max of 20.
It's still nice though. The dandy ones sell well.
Do what?
The dandy one is, well, with them being in the wrapper as well, you're looking at 25 each.
They're old.
Yeah.
What are they?
And guess what? They're English.
I know. They're corgis. Here, you can share it if you want.
Oh, don't forget to turn the light off. The light off? No, it was on this one.
Huh. That's weird.
Here you go, Willow.
Oh, you know why? Because I fell asleep in my chair. I woke up
Oh,
in a
vintage,
blur and just
vintage.
literally walked right to the bedroom.
Corgis.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Beano and the Dandy.
yeah, yeah. Those are old.
Mm.
Hippie era, or a little before
76,
60s.
77 of 8,000 per 8,000.
Damn.
Still not so. Yeah, glorious. 25 a piece. I normally
You're
go for
fine,
if they're in there.
I'm the winning bidder at $12.
Cool. Hope you
Holy
win.
fuck.
How long you got left?
A day, 20 hours.
Good luck.
One can
They'll go
hope.
out on the 25th, Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I can only hope, brother. Be a good collection for you if you get them.
I'm just thinking about Conky. I know how he likes his corgis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd have a fit.
I thought he would have went daft over them other ones, but he didn't come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but never mind. I'll spy him next time he comes in.
You ought to see some of the stuff they've got. Whoa. Dude. Hey, Punisher, you're into like cars and stuff like that, aren't you?
Yo.
Like
Not so much cars.
Matchbox.
I'm more into comic books.
Hey, Mark, check
It'd
that
have
out.
to be something that would really wow me.
See, I like cars, but I don't collect cars. I just like looking at them. I just don't have room to collect those with my other things.
You want to share the screen?
Hang on.
He's multitasking.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, the old Beetle. Yeah, that's a nice one as well.
1960.
1960.
No bids.
Wow.
But look at this. Vintage Superman puzzle, Star Trek, 700 piece. Ooh.
Any vintage like coloring book lots?
Ooh, those are
Wow.
yeah, those are
T-bird.
plastic model.
Yes, they are. And they're old ones.
Oh wow, 58
58
T-bird.
T-bird.
Holy cow. $11 bid. Well, it's up to $11.
Last of the big spenders.
Vintage remote control robot. Oh my god.
Oh,
Did
believe
you
it or
hear me,
not, they
Lenny?
start all these bids off. A lot of them are $1.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear me, Lenny?
That one.
Ma'am.
I asked if they had any lots of vintage coloring books.
I can actually go back through this. This is actually a place here in Burlington, or an auction in Burlington. That's the corgi.
Oh, that's not the Texas one?
They can be hard to find because a lot of people just throw them away thinking that they have no collector value.
Pez dispensers.
Nah, never my cuppa. I didn't even like the treats in them. I liked Smarties better.
Anheuser-Busch. Bank and
Pez
wooden.
just never fit in my world. What's Mama doing? Aspen's just sitting here watching me.
I remember having that when I was a kid, the G.I. Joe Jeep.
But that one,
Yep. I had all those accessories and G.I. Joes, all the uniforms, all the outfits, you name it. My grandmother bought them for me every year. Birthdays, Christmas, you name it.
You know what my favorite toy was when I was a kid?
oh,
I had an
dude,
old Kenner brand ambulance.
look at
A
that.
little Gurney and all that stuff.
Freaking Woody
Ah.
Woodpecker.
I loved that
Wait.
thing because my dad was a fireman ambulance driver.
Yeah.
He started out on the fire trucks and then ended up driving the ambulances. So he became.
Here's more NASCAR.
And then he
You
was
got any more
also a.
NASCAR, and Jamie will cut it off.
I'm waiting for him coming out shouting, "Oh my fucking NASCAR!"
There you go.
He was also a
Wow. I used to
rapid
have those.
water rescue recovery diver.
And by the way, guys, this is a public website, so it is not going to hit us.
Yeah, I've been on there before. I don't know. There was one of the resellers here on YouTube that used Hybrid. I don't remember who it was though. Been a while.
There's an old Lionel train in tender. Look at this.
Well, if you see any dolls, not action figures, but dolls, let me know. Because I do collect dolls.
Oh, like that.
Little Miss Marker. Cute, but she's not quite the aesthetic.
Wow.
Most of the ones I like are Ideal brand or Madame Alexander.
Well, my mom's got Madame Alexander.
I think Punisher's just noticed something.
I've got a few of the Madame Alexanders. They're pretty pricey. And the majority of the ones that I have were gifted to me.
My mom's got the Charm and Chatty with the records that go in the side.
Oh, cool. I got Chatty Cathy, the Ideal Chatty Cathy.
I think my mom's got that one too.
Probably. Usually if you have one, they have the other one or both. My Chatty Cathy was gifted to me by the host of the main doll group that I hang out in as a housewarming gift when we moved here.
Have you noticed yet, Punisher?
Bat-
You haven't noticed anything?
Batman?
No,
Was
I
there a
haven't
Marine Corps
noticed
thing or
anything. Look at your screen. Look at your screen.
I also collect Robert Tonner vinyl, but he isn't classified as
Look at
vintage
your name.
yet.
He's been playing with the name change. He's been changing our names.
Did you play with my name? No, he didn't. He didn't play with my name. He knows better.
Asshole.
He knows better than to play with my name. It's all right, baby. I'm not trying to
I
scare
can change it back if you want.
Do what, hon?
Hang on.
I still want to find. I still want to find the original Batmobile, the one from the TV show.
Is that close
Got
enough
it.
right there? No, that's the new one.
No, that's the new one.
What's the weird thing on the end of it that looks like a nipple?
It's supposed to be a turban.
Oh.
Yep. Turbine.
Look at
Well,
here.
even with what little I know about the Marvel comics and all the comic book heroes and all that, that was a fail because that does not look like it should be there.
Old
Where did Cody
2600.
go? She just kind of vanished.
That was
Cody,
my
you
fault.
should-
No, it's because she tried to tell me. She called me a fucking slob and told me to tidy up my area. So I told her to suck my dick and fucking shut the fuck up. And she knows. She knows why I don't. Of all the people that say that, you know what I mean?
She hit a nerve, basically.
Yeah, basically. That's what I'm saying. That took acid.
No, it's not Dukes Hazard. It's just a little pocket knife.
Peter's name, I shouted.
Very busy, don't you think?
Really?
What? That's
Hmm.
nice. I
Burn it.
No.
Burn the Biden buck.
I'm a woman.
I like the arrowheads.
Yeah, I like arrowheads too. Most of what I have is from my dad's collection. It was what I was able to save before we had to sell off most of it and his lot collection to pay bills and save the house after he died. Only to have it lost when Mom died. Boy, whoever made this had no idea.
There ain't nothing. That's a $20 bill. There's nothing unique about it. 944-777-86. There's nothing unique about that dollar or that $20.
Is it a blue star, red star?
Does
It
it
just says
indicate
unique
on there
serial
what
number.
Yeah,
does
it's
it
probably
indicate
unique.
in the description anything?
No, it just says unique serial number.
Probably had these cereal off it, that's why.
I hate to tell them this,
Right
but
there.
every serial number on every bill is unique because they're all different.
I mean, I understand it's a high 9.
What are they
Oh, this
trying to
is
get out of it?
Taylorsville. Ma'am?
What are they trying to get out of it?
Oh, right now it says nothing.
Oh.
Hell, I could probably bid $5 and get a $20 bill.
Like, $1, get a $20 bill.
Oh no, it says bid $20. Never mind.
So they at least want to get out of it what it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least they've got a little bit of a brain.
Now here we go.
Well, if nothing else, Fluffy, Cody might be upset, but at least she's got beads to play with to entertain her.
Yeah.
I think she liked her little care package.
I think she did.
Or I guess it wasn't so little. I mean, 13 pounds.
That's
True.
It was heavy.
Who carried it at the post box?
We took them the day that I went and got my injection, so Sis put it in the card or in the car,
Knives don't get you in trouble, do they?
and then She took it,
No.
the packages to the post office while I was in the hospital getting my shot.
Boy, Rookie would love this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad, Cody. She's in the chat.
I know. I can smell her.
Be nice.
Really?
Well, it's better than being a woman.
Jeez.
It's better than being a woman, Lenny.
Hey, at least women don't have to worry about sitting on their balls. They just got to be sure not to smash them in the garbage can lid. Trust me, that hurts.
Fuck.
Bitch, I got your ass.
And they haven't. Fluffy
And she
isn't
ever
that.
so elegantly put FOF in the chat for you, Fluff.
Yeah. Get it right. You missed all off the end. There you go. Who won?
Why are they selling a clothes hanger?
Man, do what? It's a bundle of hangers.
Yeah, 3 up on the left. They're selling clothes hangers.
They'll sell anything they get money for.
I'm just saying, that's kind of grasping at straws there, folks.
Oh, yeah, they're...
I don't know, maybe there's a shortage on clothes hangers in areas of the country. I don't know. I haven't seen people clamoring in the store for those like they have toilet paper, but hey, who knows?
Hell, we can't even get Lysol in this damn area.
Yeah, it's been sparse. You know what I've been doing, having to do? People are leaving behind the dollar ones in the dollar store because they don't have actual bleach in them. But I was able to procure 2 gallons of bleach. I just put a half a cup of bleach in the jar and poof.
That's pretty.
Lysol wipes for pennies. Works great.
Bingo, Willow.
Nice.
I take it you're wanting me to stop.
No.
He's just feeling like being a booger.
You said you collect old car coloring books.
Yeah, like the old Whitman ones.
You know what? I'm glad I turned it off when I did.
Why?
Because the next thing I popped up with was an F Trump bumper sticker.
Nice.
And then we come down here. Oh, this is really sad when they're selling boxes of condoms on a damn auction site.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god, that's just that wow.
apparently they want everybody to be safe. Although they're probably expired and
yeah.
Oh,
like the ones that you've been carrying in your wallet for 10 years and you pop it out and pop the package open and it just crumbles in your hand and moment of panic. You know, like a teenage coming of age movie.
Yep. Yep.
I want to play a quick little video for you guys, by the way. Yeah, this uploaded. Just to see how much of a laugh you can. Can anyone sell on there? Yes. Anybody can sell on that place. But I think you got to pay to sell.
Yeah, I think there's like fees and blah, blah, blah.
A bought something from you last week, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, yeah? What's the problem?
Yeah, well, my BlackBerry is not working.
What's the matter? Run out of juice?
No, it's completely frozen.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I'll tell you what. Let's try it on orange.
That's got a few black spots, you see.
Oh, dear, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Was there anything I can do to get my BlackBerry working?
Well, it could be an application issue. But where do you store that BlackBerry?
Well, it's on my desktop.
Well, you could try using a mouse to drag the BlackBerry to the trash. Then after you've done that, you might want to launch the BlackBerry from the desktop.
Well, I've already tried that a few times. I mean, all it did was mess up Windows.
Well, it might be worth waiting a couple of weeks. They got the latest BlackBerries coming in then.
Well, could you give me a date?
Certainly.
Let me put that date in my diary.
Anything else I can help you with?
Yes. I've also got a problem, to be honest, with my Apple.
Oh, dear. That is an old Apple, isn't it?
Yeah.
When did you buy that?
Last week.
Last week? Oh, they brought out 2 new Apples since then. What's the problem with it?
Well, I tried to put my dongle in it, and it won't fit.
Oh, yeah. And how big's your dongle?
Well, I don't know much about these things, but my wife's seen a few dongles in her time. And she says it's a little bit on the small side.
Well, I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about that. Tell you what, let me try booting it. No, it's crashed. Anything else I can help you with?
Well, funnily enough, yes, my grandson's birthday soon, you see. Now, he's already got an Apple and a BlackBerry. I mean, have you got anything else that you might just like?
Well, we're doing a special offer on these. I mean, I can't make head or tail of them, but the kids seem to like them.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox. 360.
Wow.
That's British
Those
comedy.
British
Isn't
sitcoms.
it? Yeah. Little Ronnie Corbett.
I've always liked All Creatures Great and Small.
Yeah, definitely. I think I bought Punisher. What's up, Punisher?
Not much.
Ready?
A little bit.
Man, staring at the screen too long. Yeah. So be well, any. I can put any video, any sound, or anything to StreamYard.
Oh, God. Now he's going to start doing echoing repeats if we shoot and chat or anything.
No, it's good for advertising. It's good for advertising as well, because if I've got like an upcoming video, I can give somebody a sneak peek, you know.
Print that.
I have print showing says.
I got my dragon on.
Yeah, dragging on. He's all blinged up.
My dragon on.
What are you working on?
Me?
Yeah.
I just showed. Got my dragon on.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. You lowered your hand just as I looked up.
Punisher ring that just magically appeared. That's the Punisher ring.
Cool.
And there's my dragon ring.
Mm-hmm.
That glows in it. That glows in the dark. Did I tell you what happened? Did I tell you what happened the first night I wore it to bed? I scared the shit out of myself. I was sitting there like this, sleeping, and when I opened up my eyes, there was a blue glow coming right in front of my face. Like, ugh, what the hell is that?
Mine is bright, isn't it?
I had Martians in the bed with me.
Yeah. I like it because it's quite bright.
Scared the shit out
It's
of me,
good how
that's for
they've
sure.
done it,
Almost ended up on the other side of Kelly.
especially on
It's
Star
very
and
bright.
Silver. It's good how they've done it.
That's hilarious.
It's good. It's good when you're under the dovet because you can see where you're going. The best way to get it shining even brighter is get a UV light and shine it on all of the parts, and then just leave it, and it soaks up the UV light.
I do.
Makes it brighter.
I take it off and I hang it on. I hang it on my little light right here.
Yeah.
And then let it sit, and then I forget about it. And then when I get up to go do something or whatever, I'll take it off and put it on, and I'll walk around the house, and it'll glow everywhere I go.
I do the
She's a
same.
blue glow.
I do the same with Batman one there. Yeah, Batman one glows in the dark as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like that No Fear Punisher t-shirt. I spotted it one day. I was like, what the fuck's that glowing out of that box? Because I'd wrapped it up. I said, what the fuck's that? Woman, it was a fucking t-shirt. I said, you try to get me someone. I like things that glow in the dark. I've got glow in the dark tongue rings, lip rings, and woolly rings, and earrings, and
Yeah, there was a little bag of body jewelry and that stuff I sent Cody because I had no idea what to do with it.
tons of the stuff.
Well, I figured she could find somebody that could use it, or
Yeah, I mean, it's all good stuff. I mean, it's quite expensive as well for one little piece. You're looking at like a couple of bucks, you know what I mean? Still.
yeah. I don't know if any of them were precious metal or anything. I think they were probably just base metal, but still.
But
I mean, if she finds precious metal, all power to her.
Yeah, it's got to be a decent metal in order to go like into the holes and stuff, you know what I mean? So, and I use carbon. My earrings are carbon. So.
Yeah, I don't know what they were made of.
Only reason I got these carbon was because where the pierced is, I kept catching them on my pillow. I kept ripping them out my ear. So I got the carbon magnetized. So.
Well, the only reason that I was able to identify what they were is because one of the packages said body jewelry. They were in two different packages, and there was something similar in one of the others. And then I thought, oh, so this all must be body jewelry. So I put the one bag in the other bag and chucked them in the box because I don't have any use for them.
Well, you know, you'll probably see her one day and she'll have like 5 in her eyebrows and 12 in each nose or something. But damn.
That, or she'll know somebody that she can pass them on to, or she can do something different with the metals. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, you might be able to bend them or something, or shape them into something else, or have a body jewelry necklace or something. So what's everybody's plans for tomorrow? Well, today now for me, but tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll be working on a sign most of the day.
At Johnny's, yeah.
Yeah, I get Johnny's sign done.
How's that coming on?
Ugh. So, intricate. Like trying to carve the wedges and all the little edges. I've had to like resharpen my chisels and do a little more edging, and It's just been very stressful. So I work on it for a couple hours and I walk away from it and let it sit.
Best way.
And then I'll go back and I'll do another hour or so and then I'll walk away from it.
Mm.
That's how I work. If I start getting frustrated, I
So,
just
I mean,
take a break.
that's a lot of detail I got to carve out.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's Johnny's logo.
Luckily, luckily I have a lot of the chisels that can do the little curls and make it kind of stand up a little bit, and then just put a little dark stain behind each one of them. That'll make the scales on the back of the crocodile.
Yeah.
It'll come together. It always does.
Definitely.
I just get frustrated
Definitely.
because I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
You know, I'll look at something and go, nah, I'm not happy with that. And I'll start over and I'll start over.
Yeah, then
I'm
it
the
turns out
same
the
way.
first one was a better one. Yeah.
I mean,
Yep,
the Stooges signs, 2 of them up in the trash. Because I got totally frustrated. The squares weren't coming out right. Where the little puzzle pieces were, they weren't lining up properly.
Mm.
And I'm going, I sketched that thing perfectly. It should be absolutely dead on. And when I carved it, I guess I either miscalculated or took too much wood here or there. And when I went to go put the stickers on, it was off. And I just like,
Yeah. You just wanted to.
threw it in the mesh, started all over again. Luckily, I have a lot. All those are drawer frames. I have a bunch of old drawers that people throw out, and I grab the wood and I keep it in my shop. So, and it's cedar wood, so it'll make it smell nice, and it won't rot.
Cool. Well, I think my cat's trying to tell me something.
Go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's time for bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's attacking me.
I got that same feeling. I just had mine come over and poke me in the side.
That's no.
And then they give you the stink eye.
No, that'll be later when I go to turn over. And
Yeah, he's already done that.
Yeah, because I've now got this huge bed. He decides he's having the majority of the pillows, so he literally full stretches along the top of the bed. So 9 times out of 10, I either get his ass in my face or a paw in my eye. You know. So he doesn't like it when I turn around and go to fluff my pillow and realize it's him.
Where's Jamie tonight?
She's sleeping, bless her. She's tired.
I've only grabbed my cat once and tried to use it as a pillow. That was a big mistake.
I don't need to grab him.
Freaking
He
thing
just lies there.
scratched the whole side of my neck with his back paws.
Yeah. I've been lying there with my head like on his belly, and he's decided he's got an itch, and he went to scratch his itch. He caught me. I mean, what?
Oh.
The best thing though is when he lies on my chest as
get,
well. He's like under the duvet with his head here. I remember one day I was just lying there, and all you heard was, and it just went. Literally, the quilt just like flew to the ceiling. Yeah, I was like, wow! Yeah, it was him that did it as well.
Just one gas himself.
Scared himself.
Yeah. Oh, he not often does, mind. He sit because he likes sitting on the side of the bath. If I'm on the toilet, and you hear a little, And he'll just look at me and say, Dad, any reason in there? And then he'll just walk away nonchalantly. Just think, yeah, I'll leave that with you. And because he literally follows me anywhere. I can't even go for a pee without him being there. So
I go to have a pee, and Aspen runs in there and runs behind the toilet
mm,
and tries to climb into my shorts from the backside.
mm,
And then I've got Sable wanting the drawstring, or for me to like move my finger against the inside of the fabric so that
yeah,
she can attack my hand.
yeah.
Or one of them is just trying to literally just dive in my shorts while I'm sitting on the pot. So yeah,
He's still
I have 4 of them following me around.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Well, it got to a point where I remember getting up one and and you're sitting on the lav, and I was half asleep, and all of a sudden he's jumped on my knee and just turned around and went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm killing one out here,
Fluffy, you're a bad influence on me.
Why?
Guess what I drank today?
A
I
Red
drank
Bull.
an energy drink.
Well, don't because it's bad for you.
No, I had the I drank the Coke one.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Willow, check that out.
Oh,
wow, that's
pretty.
Fluffy, $2.
You thinking what I'm thinking on those stones?
Yeah, I'm thinking topaz.
What about the 2 on the side?
CZs.
Yeah.
Yep, got a nice
They don't
picture
have
in
the
them.
depth.
I mean, a nice.
It'd be a nice reselling lot
925.
if you can get it for a good price. See
Yep.
$5-6.
Look at what bids are right now.
I can't see.
Zero.
It's too small, honey.
What size is it?
Well, no, it's the bidding is at 0.
What size?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, why would they want to bother and do that?
Stick $1 on the. I'd stick
That's probably why they're not
wait a
giving
minute,
it
wait a
bid.
minute.
Oh,
There you go.
it
This
is.
is an Android.
5.
It's pretty high up on the mandrel. It can't be that big.
Nope, it's a 5.
No, that's pretty small.
Yep.
I just can't. Anyway.
Yeah, right on the 5 mark.
Nice. Nice ring though.
It can be challenging selling the tiny sizes like that.
Mm.
You know, it's got to be a really, really petite gal.
Look at this even.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice. Is that a jade?
Oh, that's very nice.
Looks like a misty jade.
Nope.
It's nice, sir. What do you think, Willow?
I'm thinking an olivine stone.
Mmm.
Okay.
10 carat. Nice.
Exquisite something.
It's a 6 3/4, almost a 7.
You think it's Peridot, Cody?
But again, no bids. It's Peridot. That's what she said.
Yep.
Yeah, she thinks it's Peridot. I thought it looked a little too olive for that, but it could just be the lighting.
But there's no bids on this. On any of this.
Then bid on it.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
How's the shipping for that
Yeah,
place?
I can't put pearls like that. I end up boogering them up. I'm too rough with stuff.
Another 10K.
That's fake.
That's a 6. Is that Hall?
Yep.
Cody says people will wait until the last minute to bid on jewelry. And I agree.
Well, kids, this guy's gonna go to bed. My head hurts.
Yeah, I'm
Good night,
going.
Peter. Get you some rest
I will
here.
see you all probably tomorrow. I will.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
A long day.
Starting bid is $500.
Well, that one's been tested, hasn't it?
Night. Get some
Yeah, we'll do.
sleep, Buck.
I will.
Night, Len.
Good night, bud.
Night, Peter. Enjoy your belt. Belt buckle. There it is. Brain fart. It was a belt something.
Yeah, I think I'm not bummed, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, you're starting to look fuzzy and muzzy.
Good, if you want to jump in and talk to them, I can drop you the link for you if you want.
No, I need a 2x2 for that. I need it. I know you're hiding in here because I put a bunch of you in here. Put a bunch of you in here.
Look, there's 2 of me.
That was a weird sound. That sounded like we got dropped in a garbage disposal.
Sorry, I thought I had hit mute on my YouTube. Apparently I didn't. My bad.
Well, like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed to everybody in the chat.
Night, Fluffy.
Hey, Christy.
Which one are you talking to, Christy? There's 2 Codys. Oh, wait, no, there's a Lenny, there's a Cody.
Funny.
We'll throw that in there. Really?
What? Smoky quartz, Drizzy. You think, Cody?
Yeah, it looks a little purple on mine, but my screen is not giving accurate colors for things that much, so. Yeah.
It'd be one or the other, which tend to grow together anyways. So.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the back of it, though.
And you can do that with anything. They have gold tone solder that they can do that with.
That makes. Would you stop with the name changing already, you jackass?
So, I mean, if it's stamped, then yeah, it's a good possibility that they actually put gold on it. But if not, I mean, it could be a gold toned solder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It likes turtles.
The only way to know for sure is to test.
Yep.
You can't do that to determine.
Turtle. That's
Turtle.
cute.
Oh, turtle.
It's cute.
Slivy?
He's articulated.
He sure is.
Oh, I love
What
that.
the hell is that?
Is that Sylvie?
cute.
Yeah, it is.
It's about just over an inch long.
Yeah,
He's
just
a
a little
wee
guy.
little turtle. Little turtle.
I like his coloring on him though. He's pretty. You
Ain't
know,
no bibs
turtle is
on
my
it.
second totem, so. I like turtles.
Nice, well, try this again. Warren's going to go to see people in the chat.
Okay.
Everybody's seeing the people in the chat.
Get the hybrid stuff off of there so that
Why?
because I don't want to be looking at that when Fluffy goes to bed.
Well, damn it, we're